Agora, para fazer live no computador, nós vamos utilizar o OBS Studio, um software gratuito e super popular. Baixe ele em obsproject.com, instale e abra o programa. Simples assim. Agora, com o OBS Studio instalado, a primeira opção que ele oferece é a configuração automática. Nós vamos utilizar a configuração automática porque o intuito desse vídeo é essa maneira mais fácil, mais prática. Porém, nós vamos pular essa etapa por enquanto, ok? Ficar aqui em cancelar, porque agora eu vou ensinar você a configurar a sua cena primeiro. Depois nós vamos escolher as configurações, escolher qual a plataforma que nós vamos fazer live. Mas primeiro, independente se você vai fazer live no YouTube ou na Twitch, você precisa configurar o seu OBS de maneira que apareça a câmera, o seu microfone e o seu jogo. Porque isso o OBS não faz de maneira automática, isso nós precisamos fazer de maneira manual, tá? Então vamos lá. Primeiro de tudo, para você ter a sua câmera aparecendo, que nem você está vendo aqui, essa câmera, esse quadradinho com o rosto, você aparecer aqui no OBS. Vamos dizer que isso aqui é como se fosse a tela da sua live. A tela da sua live está toda preta por enquanto, né? Eu vou colocar a minha webcam aqui, esse meu monitor aqui, eu estou usando uma câmera para gravar a aula aqui, o vídeo, mas eu vou ter uma webcam pro tutorial. O que a gente vai fazer? Vou vir aqui em fontes, clicar em mais, vou vir aqui em dispositivo de captura de vídeo, vou clicar aqui, eu posso colocar o nome que eu quiser, eu vou colocar o nome webcam, tá? Vou dar ok. E agora eu vou escolher qual que é a webcam, qual dispositivo é a minha webcam. No meu caso, a minha webcam é essa aqui, o C922, tá bom? Você vai colocar o nome da sua webcam que está conectada no seu computador, ou a câmera, enfim, que você vai utilizar. Vou clicar aqui.
Adventures are coming, sets today. Let's do this.
That's what they talk about! Todo destino para viver e aproveitar. Negócios, turismo, cultura lazer. Aqui tudo se encontra com o projeto Bem Viver do Bahia. A cidade se transforma, oferecendo free shoppings e
Ó, já apareceu aqui meu webcam, tá bom? Eu vou dar ok. Nós temos algumas opções, claro, nós podemos posicionar onde nós queremos aqui na tela, nós podemos diminuir ou aumentar o tamanho e também nós podemos recortar, segundo o Alt, pessoal, na lateral aqui, ó, você pode recortar, tá bom? Quando você tem uma posição estabilizada, um pouquinho de baixo, tá? Jogar aqui no canto, eu vou diminuir. Depois de você configurar, eu você clica aqui, ó, nesse cadeado, pra você não ter perigo de clicar e desconfigurar, você mover a sua câmera de lugar, depois você ajeita como você quer, ok? Bom, depois disso, vamos adicionar agora o áudio do seu microfone. Digamos que você vai utilizar um headset, vamos colocar um headset, clica aqui, digamos que você vai utilizar um headset, o mesmo que você vai ouvir, né? Os que você coloca no microfone, depende do microfone que você vai utilizar na sua live, tá? Vou utilizar esse aqui pro vídeo. Bom, agora o que eu vou fazer vai adicionar esse microfone pro OBS e captar ele. Vou usar aqui em fontes de novo, aqui em mais. A gente vem agora tem captura de entrada de áudio, ok? Vamos colocar o nome aqui de microfone. O estado de verde aqui, a conexão está boa, e aqui o tempo decorrido da sua live. Se nós vemos aqui no YouTube, olha só, aqui no YouTube, aqui você vem aqui no perfil, isso na direita, depois vem em YouTube Studio, você vem aqui no conteúdo e ao vivo, você vai ver que sua live está rolando aqui, ó. Onde vem o vídeo e como fazer, por isso aqui, duas maneiras diferentes, com detalhes, as diferenças em cada um, para você poder escolher a melhor para o seu caso. Fala galera, beleza? Vamos ver aqui, e o seguinte.
Aqui é Luísa Sonza para te contar que o app Banrisul está de cara nova. Moderno, mais fácil de usar e com a sua vida financeira em um só lugar. Baixe o app Banrisul e abre uma conta. Banrisul. Encontrou um container com muita sujeira em volta? Aponte a câmera do seu celular para o QR Code no próprio container ou use o WhatsApp SOS Container que a gente envia um profissional para fazer a limpeza. E se você tem móveis e eletrônicos que não utiliza mais, acesse o canal Linha Verde no portal Descarte Legal e para que toda providenciará o descarte. Quando a gente descarta corretamente o lixo, a cidade agradece. Programa Descarte Legal. Prefeitura de Santa Maria. Inovar é cuidar. Acordou? Então já sabe. Despertador Atlântida. Segunda-feira, às 7 da manhã. Agora na Atlântida. Na hora de elefante.
O Brasil é o maior exportador de soja do mundo, sendo responsável por mais de 40% da produção mundial. Devoluções inteligentes direto em tempo real, porque são testes fluentes do elefante letrado. Assim como é bacana pensar no futuro, pensar na educação. E numa lista de Santa Maria, os seus filhos experimentam o cuidado e o acolhimento dos pequeninos capítulos até as maiores conquistas. Na educação completa baseada em valores humanos, cada estudante é o único que tem liberdade para crescer, se estudar e
Meu trabalho é fácil porque eu uso o clique A. É assim que eu acompanho todas as minhas tarefas. Eu começo despejando tudo que preciso.
Atividades lúdicas, projetos multidisciplinares para aprender com a minha massa. Essa cultura faz parte do jeito barista de educar para o futuro. Os estudantes adquirem habilidades para lidar com os principais desafios da escola e da vida, se tornando cidadãos globais, prontos para causar impacto positivo no mundo. Agende uma visita e conheça o Colégio Marista Santa Maria. As matrículas já estão abertas. Vamos começar aqui a televisão? Parando Lola Young com Messi.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The action has already started. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very...
And the finish! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Sends it crossfield. Can he get on the end of this?
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Now there's a fine ball.
Vinicius Junior really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's neat. Oh, that's fabulous. Now the delivery. Drogba! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And here's Drogba. Tries from distance. He's done very well to get to that.
Drogba actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Vasco da Gama with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Ronaldinho. Rice makes the interception. And it's Messi. So it is still 0-0. And here's Mbappe. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. That is a brilliant interception. Bellingham. Messi. Hernandez. Hernandez goes on a charge down the left. Ronaldinho. Rodri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Into the channel. He's in plenty of space here. Vinicius Junior picks it up out wide. Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Now it's Rice. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And it's Drogba. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now the ball. Oh, what a... Oh, crossbar! In again. And that's the keeper's ball. Ronaldinho. Oh, good spread. That was good alertness. Rodri. Looking for the run. And it's made its way to him. And he shoots! Goal! International! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Aos 31 minutos do primeiro tempo, pelo jogador, camisa 9.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Cafu gets across to intercept that. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Serginho has it in a wide position. Can he get it through? He won't be happy with that one. Scholes. Some excellent tackle. Oh no, this does not look good. And they can counter here. Hernandez. And he's managed to get free. Goes for a shot! Oh, taken with style. And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Drogba really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Oh, well measured. Now it's Bellingham. A header! And he's done it! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And yes, it's him again. Internacional go into the lead. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. And here's Drogba, picked out, and Messi! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Serginho, nicely weighted ball. It's a promising position. Mbappe! That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Aimed beyond the defence. And they've got rid. And there's the end of the first half. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Internacional are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. That gets things going for the second half. Some good work on the right flank here. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Batistuta! And he has kept it out somehow.
Batistuta is offering a wry smile there.
Ronaldinho plays it short. And now they can spring out of defence. That has been cut short. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Alexander-Arnold. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, that that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And he can clear it away. Over to the left. And he's picked it up out wide. He's found the way through. Decent chance! No mistake! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Now, he's got space here. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Oh, well played, well sorted out. So we've reached the hour mark. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he's been shifted off it. He's picked his way through. Vinicius Junior bumps him off it and wins back the ball. There will be a throw-in.
Substituição.
Beckenbauer is there to clear. Rodri goes steaming forward. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul.
Substituição no time do Internacional.
Ronaldinho is eyeing up his options in the middle.
Camisa 7. Deixando o campo para a entrada.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Batistuta really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Alexander-Arnold receives it in a wide... Up he goes! Against the crossbar! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Played out wide. Alexander-Arnold. Cross goes in there. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Vasco da Gama have their second corner now. They've played it short. Shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. He's having a go! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! Vasco da Gama! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Big chance! One and a chance! Goal! And this is getting better and better. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And Ribery! And that would have won it.
Ribery, clearly furious with himself there. They looked for all the world like they were going to go 3-up.
Cafu Internacional looking to pass their way through. Rodri and Serginho. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now, can they get him away? Tries to pass it through. Played into the box. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. It's loose now and they want to get it back. This is their second corner of the game. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Hernandez. Alexander-Arnold. Looking to play him in. Foden providing an outlet on that flank. And he's onside. And the shot! It's bounced back off the post.
Substituição em andamento.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Drogba. Oh, he's seen that early. He used a certain sixth sense. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Internacional clearly didn't help themselves.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's picked his way through. Just surely! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are cruising away! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, the keeper has every right to have a moan at his defenders for that, because they never got tight to the score. Simple as.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Bellingham. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Foden. Oh, super ball. Oh. Big chance! Oh, almost a sixth.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
He gets big. They've done it! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. And time is up. Internacional illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, we're underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Peter. It's his pace that's his main attribute, especially over those first few yards, where he just seems to glide away from defenders, gets himself into great positions, and likes to hit it hard and nice and early. That's a horrible combination for any defence that's trying to deal with him, I can tell you that.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. That'll be a throw. Timber. Havertz. Tries from distance.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, easy pickings there. Messi. Distributed tidily. Mbappe going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is... Shot, surely! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Batistuta really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Internacional with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, that's a fine interception. It's not an especially good pass, that. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Costa Curta. And it's Messi. Now that looks a decent ball. Plenty. Takes a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And the pass is intercepted. Palmeiras trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Havertz receives it in a... Chance! Goal! International! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Palmeiras really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
It's a pretty loose pass. Somewhat off target. And here's Mbappe. Messi engages and forces him off the ball. And That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now, this could be a chance. Cannavaro. Well, the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Conte, great vision. And he's intervened well there. Nice looking ball. Batistuta gets flagged offside. And this is Neymar. He's picked his way through. Nice interception, well timed. Messi. Messi! It's in for the pieces. And yes, it's there! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of...
And the finish! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Internacional have their second corner now. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Dixon. Looking for the run. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Bellingham. Rodri. And it's Bellingham. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Mbappe touches it back.
Just too much pressure. Have to go that way.
And they're back on the ball again. And it's Timber. Now Neymar. Mbappe. Oh, what a mistake! Oh, that's fabulous. Mbappe! Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. Internacional really could have done without this. Well, the players are pleading, but it's not going to convince him to change his mind now.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Ball on the spot. Can he? time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are...
And the half-time whistle goes. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. And we are up to the break.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Senhoras e senhores, colaborem com o nosso fundo de reforma do estádio.
So off we go once more.
Internacional can really do with...
Can he finish? Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And that's aimed into the middle.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Rodri. Timber. Played out wide. Nicely shaped ball. So nearly the perfect ball. And it's Messi. Facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Now it's Batistuta. Havertz really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Timber gets a foot in here. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now that's well seen too. Havertz being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Now it's Aubameyang. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover.
Aubameyang really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And here's Aubameyang. Oh, important interception. Good take, and is he in? Havertz, who's set up one goal so far. Now it's Scholes. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, well measured. Well read, and the danger is averted. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Bellingham. And here's Bellingham. Out towards the flank. And he was quick to react. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Aubameyang tries a shot! Scholes. Now it's Batistuta. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Scholes. Looking to play him in. Messi. Half an hour gone in the second half. Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Scholes. Knocks it into space.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Internacional have it back and can go again. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Has a look and plays it forward. He is through here. He's chosen to go back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
That is lovely.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And here's Neymar. Neymar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, that's a key interception. Threads one in. He has found the way through.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Bellingham. And here's Batistuta. And here's Scholes. Bellingham aims beyond the defence.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And we're done. Internacional, pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And he's managed to get rid. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Mbappe. Nicked it back promptly. And the shot's on here. Ronaldinho. Or Aubameyang. Nicely weighted ball. That's been slipped through. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
The Netherlands clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Internacional finding their passes. Oh, what a ball! Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Internacional have had the ball in promising areas, but nothing to show for it. And he's had it nicked away. Havertz. Mbappe! Vieira. Ronaldinho. That is a great pick out. And this is Messi, and he's managed to get free. That is a brilliant interception. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And he's quick to get it clear again. Internacional have the chance to go the other way. Big chance, must be! Tries a shot! Goal! Internacional! And it's Internacional who take the lead. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Internacional have taken the lead.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Serginho has it out wide and in space. He rises! He's got a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible, and the finish unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way. That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's found a way past. Now it's Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Ferdinand gets across to intercept that. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Can he get it through? Vieira. And here's the chance to counter. That's beautifully weighted. Can he finish? Certainly not the easiest of chances, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's getting a few rounds of applause from around the touchline, but he's angry with himself, really angry.
The Netherlands have their second corner now. There's no sort of quality on that. Szoboszlai. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And it's Ferdinand.
He'd be disappointed with that.
Cannavaro gets it away. Rijkaard has it in a wide position. And it's hoisted clear. Internacional looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Kökçü. Thuram makes the interception. No, again there's no way through. Now it's Szoboszlai. Now that looks a decent ball. Havertz! Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And the counter is on. That ball looks a good one.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Rijkaard. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. The Netherlands looking to pass their way through. Rijkaard, lovely bit of skill. Well, that is one way to stop him. Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And he's going to have his name taken.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we hit half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Internacional ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. Here we go again then. In with the challenge. And this is Batistuta. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Lahm gets it clear. Can he get on the end of this? Quick look, then plays it in. Somewhat off target. Chance! He's got to be quick to recover this. Timber. Timber's cross. Cleared away. He's having a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's gone backward here. Szoboszlai! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Cannavaro can get it clear. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Mbappe has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Kökçü! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's going to go a long way. Backward it goes. He's gone for goal! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Internacional, with this handy-looking 2-0 lead, they are looking comfortable. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Mbappe.
Internacional have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Tries to pass it through. Oh, cracking ball. He has found the way through. That is Stuta! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
And that's gone loose. Bullish header! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Probing pass. Rijkaard has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Internacional can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Not the most convincing of passes. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, that's a key interception. Neatly clipped into space. Vieira. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Getting too much time on the ball here, that is good. Tries from a long way out. Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
A case now of complete control. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Voluntários de cada bloco dirijam-se à sala de pessoal imediatamente.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
Not the most convincing of passes. He's had it taken off him. Serginho. Havertz. Cruyff. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And it's Serginho. And that is expertly dealt with. Ronaldinho.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And this is Hullet. And he's managed to get free. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that pass just didn't quite work. Pirlo, Cruyff, and the counter is on. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And here's Mbappe. And this is Batistuta. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Rummenigge.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time. Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers. Don't concede the opener.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Cruyff. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, played right into his path. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Mbappe. Havertz. Rijkaard. And this is Cruyff. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Donnarumma tries to clear. Now it's Cruyff. Rodri. Havertz. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's got away. Look at the spectacle! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Lazio have the chance to go the other way. Rummenigge pinches it off him. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now that's well seen too. That's going to go a long way. And it's Kukçu. Batistuta. That is ended up in no man's land. He's being urged to shoot. He rises! No, not the best of headers. Now it's Hullet. Good ball over the top. Serginho. And it's Szoboszlai. And here's Hullet. Rummenigge. Donnarumma breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Mbappe. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Havertz going about things. And Batista! Oh, it's hit the post! Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. It could be in here. Brilliantly cut out. And he thumps it clear. And it's Serginho. Kupchu. To Havertz. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rummenigge. Nicely weighted ball. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. And we hit half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. Here we go again then.
Internacional are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Havertz. Kupchu. Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Mbappe. Nice interception, well timed. Ronaldinho.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, that's clever. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's superb. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
So this the chance to fire his team in front. Well, would you believe that?
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
Looking to play him in. It's a searching pass. Rijkaard. Looking for the run. Now there's a fine ball. Chance! He's delivered all right!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here, because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Internacional have their third corner. Oh, well played.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
through, so back it comes. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ball's gone out of play. And it's Soboslai. Batistuta. Driving forward. Decent chance! Off the post! Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's been shipped out wide. Timber calmly anticipates. And that is as far as they're going to go. Searching pass he's played there. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
And he's managed to get rid. Havertz. Real chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Ah, he's given it away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Pass somewhat off target. Kupchu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Timber. Batistuta. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Internacional really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Takes a shot! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Camisa 27, camisa 18, deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa
Lazio
20,
are looking to go forward now.
camisa 6,
And they're quick to get it back.
substituição
Goes
em
beyond the
andamento.
defence. It's come to nothing. Now it's Nedved. Oh, played right into his path. They're urged. Chance for a shot! He scored! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith. Oh, shooting chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are pulling clear here. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled.
There's the shot! It's in! It could be a lifeline! Two more needed! Well, there was to be no other outcome.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Gets his head on it! Pedro Neto.
Teremos 5 minutos
Haaland.
de acréscimo.
To Havertz. Knocks it into space. And he plays one through. Pirlo. 5 minutes to add. Ledved could move up a gear here. Messi. Oh, that was vital. Probing pass. Ruben Diaz makes the interception. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Internacional perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way. Well, Jim, Vitor Bayer is, of course, one of the most decorated goalkeepers of all time.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that he was one of Europe's very best. His career stats certainly back that up as well. I really like that confidence he has about him. There's a swagger at play.
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Batistuta. Now this could be a chance. He's onside. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Mbappe! Nicely shaped cross. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Knocks it into space. Donnarumma claims comfortably. And here's Batistuta. Internacional looking to pass their way through. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal. And the shot! Good strike, quite an alarm. There's the crossfield ball. Now it's Turan. Shoots! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And he goes crossfield. That had too much on it. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. So it is still 0-0. Oh, delightful ball. Now it's Havertz. Oh, well played. Quality ball. Mbappe is onto it in a flash. Batistuta. Triol wins the duel this time. Engages and forces him off the ball. Triol cuts it out. Costa Curta. That pass has been well intercepted. Batistuta. He can get that clear. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Now it's Darwin, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, that was vital.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Nicely aimed pass. Rice. Mbappe. Looking to play him in. Out to the right. He's a sharp little ball here. And that is expertly dealt with. Beckenbauer. He won't be happy with that one. Havertz. Szoboszlai. Serginho. And here's Batistuta. Great ball, and he's in here. And he's there to get it away. And he's only too happy to take that back. Now it's Darwin. Always onto this. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
That looks a good ball through. Havertz. And he was alert to it. That's going to go a long way. Can he get it through? Rice receives it in a wide position.
Internacional are totally dominant in the middle of the park. A no-way through zone.
That was very necessary. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Mbappe takes control of it and he's on the move. Rice. Havertz, always looking for that half a chance. Now it's Lewandowski. Nunez. Szoboszlai. To Havertz. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he was quick to react. And that'll be the last act of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Today's match are now available.
Here we go again. So the first half brought no goals. Now it's Darwin. That's a shade optimistic. Now he's got space here. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He's been side down. Is that a penalty? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Well, no messing about, it is red. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
Szoboszlai, ready to try. Szoboszlai! Another pass, just Havertz! Looking for options for movement. Shot, surely! Adams with the clearance. And Batistuta! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Rodri. Havertz. It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Cleared without complication. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, good-looking ball. Can he finish? He's scored! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So the first moment of real significance.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
He is through here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
He's picked his way through. Xabi Alonso goes steaming forward. He's found a way through. That's really well manoeuvred. And that is a little undercooked. And he cuts out the supply. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Batistuta. Tries to play it through. Now it's Havertz. Real chance! Off the post! And a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Substitution on the field.
Internacional with the corner. There first.
Number 23, Xabi Alonso. Number 10, Robert Lewandowski. Number 24.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Number 11, Mbappe.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Number 3, Alexander Arnold.
And it's Szoboszlai.
Conte. Number 21,
Szoboszlai.
Fiore. Number 17, Van Dijk.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. No, that's overhit. Cannavaro goes long. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Romario! And that could have brought them level.
Romario clearly knows that he let himself down there. He'd like another pop at that one, but that's not how it works.
He's got full. Should have equalised. Well, that looks a decent ball. That's good play.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And here's Batistuta. It's out for a goal kick.
Substitution in progress.
Internacional are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. And here's Batistuta. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
The ball's gone astray. Some resolute defending there. Ruben Neves.
Internacional can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Internacional, moments now away from seeing this one out. He's shifting through the gears here.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Quality ball. That's an excellent interception. Somewhat off target. And we're done. Internacional have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Batistuta picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
Today's match is now on sale in
How would
the
you sum up
stadium.
what we've witnessed, Jim?
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And already we're underway here. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
Havertz, Beckenbauer demonstrating his defensive quality there.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Maradona showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Tries to play it through. Nicely intercepted. And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Maradona delivers with whip. And he's taking no chances there. Could move up a gear here. Jordi Alba. Now it's Kaká. He's in space and looking for options. In comes the corner. Boca Juniors with the corner, there first. And he's there to clear it. He's gone for goal! Crossbar comes to the rescue.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That is good alertness. Nice bit of trickery. Internacional still without a single shot on target. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He won't be happy with that one. Havertz going about things with real menace. And it's Messi. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Kaká. Tries to pass it through. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Wilshere. Maradona. Can he get it through? Chance! Beckenbauer. To Havertz. Kimmich cuts out the pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
That's a sharp pass. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Havertz. Havertz really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
It's a mighty effort! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
And it's Serginho. Oh, good-looking ball. That's an excellent interception. Mbappe. Now it's Maradona. Nicely weighted ball. And the through ball. Szoboszlai calmly anticipates. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Serginho gets rid without sophistication. Now it's Kaká. Messi. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. And the counter is on. Whistle's gone, that's foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Aimed beyond the defence. Batistuta was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Can he get on the end of this? Now, what about a counter-attack? And he's managed to get free. Oh, important interception. Rice, Internacional, looking to pass their way through. And that could set him on his way. And he's running through, and a chance! Goal! Internacional! And it's Internacional who take the lead. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Internacional are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time.
There's the whistle for half-time. been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Reflections on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Internacional leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substituição.
So off we go once more.
Internacional really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Kaká. Serginho. And they've got rid. Knocks it into space. Serginho. It's a searching pass. Soboslai has it out wide and in space. Kaká. That ball looks a good one. He's picked his way through. Great chance! It's a loose ball. Kimmich has another go! Beckenbauer getting this one clear. And they can counter here. Driving forward. Good ball, good take. Soboslai. Davids. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And it's Timber. Now that looks a decent ball. Chance for a shot! It's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Internacional are doing very nicely, thank you. Oh, that is Stuta! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's cut it out. Adams gets good distance on it. And here's Soboslai. Now, can they get... Goes for a shot! Yes! And they are pulling clear here. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish.
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Senhoras e senhores, vamos ver no telão uma apresentação especial dos nossos artistas convidados de hoje.
boys, it's just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And already we're underway here.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces.
He's had a shot! No, he's missed it.
Pirlo clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Looking for the run. Can he latch on to this? Great chance! Marvellous goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Flamengo are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Cruyff. Camavinga. Gives it back. Szoboszlai. Internacional leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. And that is as far as they're going to go. Played out wide. And here's Aubameyang. Aubameyang! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Now it's Aubameyang. Quarter of an hour played. And this is Messi. Played back in. Flamengo finding their passes. Rice. To Havertz. And it's Batistuta. Oh, that's a key interception. Belletti. Nicely weighted ball. Rice. Now it's Havertz. And now the breakaway.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Shapes to shoot! Takes the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Chance to shoot! Chance, surely! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And now they can spring out of defence. Nice looking ball. Lovely, now then. And he's heaved it away. Well, they've got it again. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. That has been cut short. Serginho. No, it's come to nothing. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Pirlo. Flamengo trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. That should get the job done. Internacional are looking to go forward now. Back into the middle. A slight Slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Szoboszlai.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Threads one in. Bastoni does well to get it back. Messi. And that has put paid to that. Now that looks a decent ball. Cruyff. Aubameyang is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Tries to pass it through. Great ball, and he's had a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Cleared away. And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Internacional are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Nielsen. And that's another good win of the ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He gets big! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And he's had it nicked away. That's a good ball. Camavinga. Can he get it through? Messi. Now, can they get him away? Oh, good. And Aubameyang! No mistake! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here. Yeah, but how about that...
Mbappe! Goal! International! And they've got their lead back.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Internacional get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rice. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Szoboszlai. And Batistuta! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Pirlo. Camavinga. No, he's just misjudged that one.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
is through here. And he lines up a cross.
Well played and well cleared.
That has been knocked clear. Mbappe. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Substituição no time do Flamengo.
Flamengo choosing to make the first change. A swift reaction then, and the boss opting to reshuffle his defence.
Look, only time will tell now if this is the right decision, but at least the manager hasn't dawdled. You know, he's reacted quickly, and it needed that.
Pirlo plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Deftly away. And they're back on the ball again. Ruben Dias kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Camavinga. Belletti. Camavinga. Camavinga. Chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Serginho. And the pass is intercepted. Lucas Moura. Havertz, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Corner number 2 then. And that has sent him sprawling. And now a sudden chance to counter. Half an hour gone in the second half. Knocks it into space. Crosses it in. Oh, well played, well played.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Cannavaro pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Played back in. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Oh, smashing header! He should have put that one away.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the 2-goal cushion.
Cannavaro gathers from the goal kick. Ruben Dias. And this is Lucas Moura. And this is Cruyff. Well, there's the clearance. Rice. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Mbappe. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Out towards the flank.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Serginho could try cutting inside here.
Substituição no time do Flamengo.
So, third corner of the game.
Camisa 15. camisa 8. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa
Ruben Dias
9.
with the clearance.
Camisa 5.
And the
Teremos uma
finish!
substituição.
Internacional get their fourth corner. And the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
They're up to 5 corners now. Now it's Bellingham, and he shoots! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
The corner count is rising. That's 6.
Teremos 5 minutos de acréscimo.
Quality ball. Short changes him with it. Tries from distance. Flamengo are looking to break at pace. He's through here. Cannavaro is there and he can get that clear. Looking to play him in. Batistuta. And it's Hernandez. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Terrific header! That's another chance! He scores! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! And that's it! What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Well, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
And here's Rooney. Rodri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That pass has been well intercepted. And here's Rooney. Romario. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Pull it. And here's Rooney. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Timber gets across to intercept that. Pele. Now it's Rooney. And he's lost his man here.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Cannavaro, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And it's Rooney. Just eases him off the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Maldini.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Well, that's well spotted. Timber. The ball's gone astray. That's a lovely, neat pass. Pull it. Rice. To Havertz. Oh, it's a promising build-up. And Batistuta! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Internacional with the corner. They're first. Milan. Good chance here! Smashing save, really good save that.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Now he's got space here. Back into the middle. Pullet deals with that comfortably. Pele, and here's the chance to counter. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Szoboszlai. Havertz. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Milan looking to pass their way through. Rodri. Rice. Batistuta. And it's Soboslai. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he plays one through. He's found a way through. He's cut it out. Timber gets rid without sophistication. Referee has just said play on. And here's Kaka. Kaka!
Marvellous goal! And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Internacional can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Pelé. Good take, and is he in? Caught offside that time. And it's Serginho. Serginho's cross. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Played out wide. Throw it. Serginho, and he lines up a cross. Oh, important interception. Soboslai. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Internacional have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's got away. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Nice control. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And here's Rooney. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Rooney.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to win.
It's Rooney! Mighty close.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
And here's Batistuta. Decent progress down the left. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the shot!
Internacional really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
camisa 7. Sai para a entrada do jogador, camisa 20.
Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. He's going to be disappointed with that. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Pele. Internacional still have the cards to affect this game. Ah, that's a fine interception.
Havertz! It's there! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Haaland. Now that looks a decent ball.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Tries to pass, shoots! Goal, Milan! And they've got their lead back. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Substituição em andamento.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
That's good running with the ball. He's beaten the last man. Now this could be a chance. And this is... Oh, shooting chance! And it's come back out to him. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Stood up well to him there. Internacional are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Szoboszlai.
Internacional really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And here's Szoboszlai. Has crossed into the... He rises! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
Ferdinand cuts it out.
Indicados 4 minutos de acréscimo.
Nedved.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That is lovely. Szoboszlai. Havertz. And he's intervened well there. It's Park Ji-sung. Park Ji-sung. Oh, this is a very good run. And that will be the final act. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Internacional, absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle, which was painfully exploited, and that's left plenty for the manager to think about, a painful reminder of where standards really need to be.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.